First, we're going to start off with a little college algebra. Algebra with trigonometry for college students by Danny McGee. There's so much you can do with college algebra. You can find a supplementary angle, or you can find a complementary angle, or you can convert to radians. Let's check it out. Oh, hey, I'm Dr. Steve Brule. Right now we're about to interview a math magician, one of the best math magicians there ever were. His name is, I'm not sure what his name is, but we're going to meet him right now. Here he is. Let's meet him. Hey, I'm Dr. Steve Brule.
Hi, Jimmy O'Brien.
Okay. So, Dangus Ferguson, you're a mathematician. Why don't you tell me what you know about math?
Okay, so we're going to be learning about Chapter 10, Section 3.
Here.
Can't even see. For number 1, all you have to do is push cosine and then insert 18 and put it into the calculator. So after you put it into the calculator, just push enter and then you should get 0.951.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, that is correct. Well, for number 2, for the tangent, or the inverse tangent, all you have to do is press second and then tangent and then insert the decimal 0.734 and push enter to get 36.3 degrees.
Math is cool.
Okay, for the next section we will draw each of the following angles in standard position and name the reference angle. On the worksheet it says a number of ways for you to find the reference angle, so that's just a little information down there. For number 3, in order to find the reference angle of 150, you have to draw the angle given and subtract 150 from 180 to get the reference angle.
Yes.
So your answer for the reference angle should be 30. For number 4, you have to find the exact value of the following. For the steps, first you have to find the reference angle. So you have to subtract 180 from 220 to get 60 degrees. Next we will determine the sign of the trigonometric function based on the quadrant in which theta terminates. Since theta terminates in quadrant 3, our answer will be negative. Negative sign of the reference angle, and so negative sign is 60 degrees. Lastly, we'll finish by using the unit circle to find the sign of 40, then making it negative. So your answer should be negative root 3 over 2.
Well, thank you, Billard Racine. That was our math segment for your health. Man, I really love math. You know, that was a very interesting interview with Dale Gregerson. You know, when you're trying to find the radian, it's not that hard to use your hands. I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. Come on, let's bring it closer. See, you can use your fingers to help find the cosine or sine of an angle. For example, we'll start off with the 45-degree angle, my middle finger right there. What I want to do is I want to put that finger down. To find the cosine, what I have to do is, since there's 2 fingers up here and 2 fingers down here, cosine is always the amount of fingers above that angle. Sine is always the fingers below that angle. So what you want to do is, since there's 2 fingers, you plug it into this formula. 2 fingers, plug in for x, 2. So your answer would be 2 square root over 2. That is the cosine. Now let's try to find sine. We'll use the 60 degrees. Put that finger down. Sine is at the bottom. So now there's 1, 2, 3 fingers at the bottom. Take those 3 fingers, plug it in for x. So it would be 3 square root over 2. That's how you use your fingers to find sine or cosine of an angle. Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Brule. Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Brule. No. Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Brule. That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to go to Dr. Rosnowski for section 10.2. Hope you enjoy. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jimmy Rosnowski, and today I'm going to be talking to you about section 10.2. The main thing you need to know is the functions of sine, cosine, tangent, and their reciprocals. So sine is y over r, which is reciprocal of cosecant is r over y.
Dang camera.
Then you use cosine, which is x over r, use the reciprocal, which is secant, and r over x. Then you use tangent, which is y over x. Then you use which is the reciprocal of cotangent, which is x over y. For my first example, you need to find the distance of this problem. So your trigonometric function is, remember, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So when you use those, you need to find r. Then, at the end of the problem, once you find r in the number, you need to find the square root. So if I had -2 and -3 as my quadrant point, you need to find the square root, which would be 13, and then you square it, which is square root of 13. In my final step, use the square root of 13, -2, and 3 to find your functions. So you use those formulas that I said earlier to find them. For my second example, you need to find sine, cosine, and tangent of 30 degrees. Use the unit circle to find 30 degrees. For cosine, it's all the same, but when you use tangent, you're going to use sine divided by cosine, which will give you tangent. For example 3, you need to find sine, cosine, and tangent of pi over 4. So step 1, you need to find pi over 4 in degrees, which would equal 45 degrees. Then step 2, use example 2 to find cosine, sine, and tangent. Example 4, you need to find the triangle of pi over 6, which is right here. So the main thing you need to do is you need to use example 3 to find the degrees of pi over 6 in radians. And lastly, you need to find the terminal side in example 5. So the main thing you're going to be using is this coordinate point right here. So for quadrant 1, it's going to be all positives. Quadrant 2, it's going to be sine positive, cosine negative, tangent negative. Quadrant 3, you're going to have negative sine, negative cosine, positive tangent. And lastly, cosine in quadrant 4, you're going to have sine of negative, cosine positive, tangent negative. Thank you.
Oh, hey, it's Dr. Steve Brule here again. I'm going to go over to you about section 10.1. It's something I learned from an old math wizard from a long time ago with the name of Miss Clinton, I think it was. I'm not really sure. First, there is a thing called a supplementary angle. These kind of angles are angles that equal 180, have a sum of 180. So when you're trying to find the supplementary angle, what you want to do is, let's say that angle is 80 degrees. You want to find out what the supplement to that angle is. So what you do is you subtract 180 minus 80, and then that equals 100, which is the supplement angle. Ah! Dang flies. There's also a complementary angle. Complementary angle are two angles that equal 90 degrees. When you try to find the complementary, let's say that one angle is 30 degrees. If you're trying to find the complement of that, all you do is subtract 90 minus 30. That gives you 6 degrees, which is the complement of that angle. Now that you know about all there is to know about math, I think you're ready for college algebra class. That is all we have today for the Dr. Steve Brule Show. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, math is awesome. Yeah!